And welcome back. Akilah, what do you got? Sanity Corner or I Feel Petty this week?
So this is an I Feel Petty. I think we're all aware of the Silicon Valley Bank fiasco and its impact on economies globally. And also our government's swift action to try to help out because rich people are losing money and man, does that suck. And look, I have a little bit of sympathy. I know some regular people who somehow got tricked into putting their money and their faith in a bank because it was different, but it was a bank. And as a person with student loans, I just have to say, it's interesting how our government just keeps coming up with billions, nay, trillions of dollars to bail out people who are just bad at business and consistently lie about the profits and are just taking money from Peter to pay Paul, while we are earnestly just trying to have a future as millennials, and we're told that maybe if we went to college, we'd have a job that paid a good amount of money to reflect that. Fuck them. Is how I feel. I don't care. I want all of my student loan money back. If college is even going to become a less important thing because, you know, we have Ron DeSantis, is that the plural? Ron DeSantis in the world who are just trying to get rid of like literal education. And they're like, you go there, you spend this money, you come out as dumb as everybody else and you just, I don't know, kill yourself for the economy. Then I think I deserve that refund. I think they can easily just write the check. The amount of money that it would cost to fix that wouldn't even touch this singular bank collapse, regardless of all of the others that have happened in my lifetime. So, yeah, I have very little sympathy, and I get it. They were trying to help startups. But let's go back to what Kieran said earlier. We're not seeing all that money going to diverse people. We're not seeing a ton of black startups getting screwed over by this bank. We're seeing a bunch of white people who pay white people, and and they're mad about it and they want their money back. And frankly, we bailed people out with COVID. These businesses keep getting bailed out. Individuals are not. I'm an individual and I want to get bailed out. So till then, fuck them.
I mean, I would say that's bigger than petty. I would say that's bigger than petty. But the fuck 'em adds like a little petty cherry on top.
Little petty, just
little petty cherry. Mine is a lot less consequential and important, but mine is regarding driving etiquette and how everyone else is doing it wrong except me.
Oh no, do we have the same petty?
It might, maybe. So it's been raining a lot here in Southern California, and this is kind of, since I've moved here 5 years ago almost, this is the most I've ever seen it rain. It's historic, the amount of rain, which means that there's a lot of rainy days or gloomy days or days where it's kind of sleeting. A lot of people are not driving with their headlights on. Look.
Yeah.
Headlights are not about whether or not you can see. They're about people being able to see you. And it is really fucking hard for me to change lanes on the 5 when I got some moron with their headlights off in my blind spot. Thank goodness for my little light that's like, boop, there's a car over there. But like a gray car on a black highway on a gray day, I can't see that. People need to turn their headlights on when it's raining. It's not about what you can see. It's about if people can see you. So, I mean, and I also like, you know, I get down on LA a lot because it is in some ways a terrible place. And I like always find ways to like connect a through line. I'm like a bad girlfriend about LA. I'm like, this is just a sign of how people here are selfish. This is a sign of overall selfishness and a lack of self-awareness and a lack of care for each other. And the movie Crash was terrible, but it did get one thing right. And that is that people here act as though they only exist in their own bubbles, and that's all that matters. So yeah, fucking turn your headlights on if it's raining. Turn them on if it's raining, or if it's like foggy. Turn them on.
And you know it's like illegal to not turn them on.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Tag this and say
you gotta put them on.
Don't put your brights on if you're driving into people.
Akilah,
I'm consistently flashing at them like, hello.
This is my petty 3 times a year. Take your brights off, or worse, if you have those LED headlights, I don't know, just put your fucking fog lights on or something because I can't see now.
Nothing.
Yeah. So I think there should be one day a year. Oh, I think there should be one day a year that's like the purge, but we are all allowed to smash people's headlights if they're too bright and not get in trouble.
Yeah. Amen.
Yeah, I agree.
All I hear is is that people in Los Angeles are terrible drivers. Like this is why I was laughing so hard. You're like, why is everybody bad at this? And I was like, everybody's bad at this. And it's like, Erin, it's because we're all on our phones. It's because we're on our phones while we're driving. That's why we're bad at it. Also, I had a total in November, so I've been driving some friends' cars around town, like just different cars. And on this Fiat, I got to say, there are a handful of times where somebody politely kind of beeped at me and were like, your headlights aren't on. So I'm totally that bitch. But just
so you're the problem.
To be clear, I was driving just purely in the dark. It wasn't in the rain. Like, so, it was.
So yeah, in her defense, she's a danger to herself and others.
I don't beep at those cars because they might be haunted. Yeah, they might be haunted though. No lights on at night.
Yeah, I was in a Lego car and I was like, I was stealth operative. So thank you so much.
Okay. Well, Kiran, on that note, Sanity Corner or I Feel Petty?
Sanity Corner. And I thought of it while we were talking about all of the madness when it comes to driving. Well, first of all, one thing I want to say about Los Angeles is Florida has a lot of rain too. And California has nowhere near as much rain as Florida. You know what this city fucking needs? Drainage. It's like the way that the way that the streets are like all potholed garbage, like the 10% city tax. What are we doing? Like there's no drainage in this city. So there's cesspools of like typhoon bullshit everywhere, which is the more unfortunate thing. But in an effort to end on a positive note, I just want to say one thing that has made me very sane and made a lot of people in my life very happy is that Alyssa's jam arrived. And this bitch's jam was fucking fantastic. People are saving, like it's just, like we got to buy the fancy toast before we eat the jam and then we got to devour all the jam together. Do you know what I mean? So that it's like, because then it's like a race against time so that you can really enjoy the jam. It's like, it's a whole movement in my micro community of 3 people that I know. We all fucking love your jam, Alyssa, and I've given you a lot of shit in the past.
You have, and this was not even your first delivery, so don't make it sound like we've been doing this pod for 4 years and this was the first time you got
That's
jam.
correct. No, listen, I have gotten jam.
This was just welcome back from the UK.
Yes,
jam.
This was like I have gotten jam on multiple occasions, and I've given you a lot of shit about not giving me jam. Where's my jam? Where the fuck is my jam? God damn it, you bitch, where's my jam? And
you did.
Yeah, and on a number of occasions on pods, you could probably create a supercut, Caroline. I'm not encouraging that. That sounds time consuming.
That's the special. That's the special. It's just Kieran on jam.
Just being like, where's my fucking jam? And you're like, I don't work for you. Anyway, and so I just want to. This is a jam appreciation.
Thank
Sani,
you so much.
Thank you so much. It's fantastic. It's worth harassing you for, Alyssa.
Terrific. Thank you, Kieran. It is heartwarming,
Alyssa,
and I appreciate it. And
I was going to say, Alyssa, what are you bringing us home with? Sanity Corner or
here's what this is a sanity. You guys, every year when the awards shows come around, I love looking at fashion, but then I also get so stressed by fashion because you can't help but sit there and be like, if it were me, what would I wear? Yeah. And there's never someone who's relatable unless Frances McDormand is nominated for something, because then I'm like, oh, there she is. Yep. She did her hair herself. She's got no makeup on, and I would wear that dress. Yeah. So anyway, I just wanted to shout out. I was getting so stressed watching the Oscars, and then I saw Questlove. And I just wanted to say, Questlove, thank you so much. You brought Crocs to the champagne carpet. And I was like, you know what? See? Maybe I could wear Birks someday. Who knows? But when I saw, and they were all kind of like, all the people were like, look at Questlove has Crocs on. I was like, that's mini mocking. Don't mini mock. Don't do that. And so anyway, thank you, Questlove, for making the Oscars watchable for me.
Hell yeah.
Oh, that's great. That's a good Sanity Corner. I think it's also really important during this red carpet season that everyone watching, we've talked about Ozempic on this show before, but like if you find yourself comparing yourself negatively to actors who are on the red carpet, remember that they have access to a $900 a month off-label diabetes treatment that like makes them skinny. So like, don't try to compete with them. It's not I'm sure they look good in their outfits, whatever, but like that's not the life that they're living is not a life that's accessible to the rest of us. So like, don't let Hollywood let you feel like shit, make you feel like shit.
No.
Just shouldn't.
Just
okay.
appreciate Questlove.
Just appreciate Questlove. Just
We can all fit in Crocs, okay?
100%. Sisterhood of the Traveling Crocs. Okay. On that note, that's all the time we have for this week's show. Akilah and Kieran, thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you so much for staying woke. Alyssa, as always, thank you for being my ride or die. And listeners, if you want to get in touch, hysteria@crooked.com. Please send us a nice note. We have somebody read them, and if they're mean, we forward them around and make fun of them, so please be nice. You can also rate and review us if you like what you're hearing, and there will be more Hysteria for you next week.